Sonia.
And I'm Layla.
Welcome back to our channel, Elementary My Dear,
where we make nutrition science easy for you to digest.
Today we're talking about sports drinks.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of our videos.
Ooh.
Listen, I'm on it today! I'm on it today!
This is a topic I think you're really passionate about because you are a legitimate athlete.
My whole life. I think it's because I had a lot of energy and I was like, listen, you need to
do something.
Sports drinks, I have used them. They're good. They have a time, they have a place.
So we talk about what sports drinks are.
Yes.
Sports drinks are drinks that have things like water, sugar, and electrolytes in them. They're generally marketed towards athletes or people that are doing like high intensity, vigorous activity. And the intention is to use it in conjunction with that activity. The claim is basically that it's going to help them replenish their fluids and energy and electrolytes.
There's really good science behind this. As Rubina mentioned, there is water, which is important for hydration. You have glucose or some kind of sugar, and then you also have electrolytes. And anyone who's ever sweat before knows that when you sweat, it's a little salty. There's like some electrolytes in there.
Electrolytes are essential minerals, things like sodium and potassium. They are very important for a lot of vital functions in our bodies. Things like keeping your heart beating, keeping your muscles contracting, allowing your nerve cells to communicate with each other.
And the glucose helps because there's fun mechanisms that happen where glucose helps absorb salt and water follows salt. Based on that, you might be like, oh, well, every time I sweat or exercise, I should bring a sports drink along to make sure I stay hydrated. But
that's where you'd be wrong.
That's where you'd be wrong. I think that these companies really always show like high performance athletes, but like the subtext is like, use our drinks and you will become like a high performance athlete.
They do always show athletes doing like crazy things, and you're right. The thought is, oh, if I drink it, I'll be like, marketing is wild.
I know. The commercials always are like some super buff athlete, like sweating, glistening with sweat. What are their slogans?
For some reason, the Nike slogan's in my head. Now I need to know.
We're doing a little research, on the fly research.
You give everything, Gatorade gives it back. That's not it. That doesn't sound familiar at all.
What's the Powerade one?
Go stronger for longer.
Maybe they need to like work on their slogan because it's not very memorable. But what are we talking about?
Sports drinks.
Sports drinks.
There's definitely a time and a place for them. But did you know there's actually more than one type of dehydration?
There's water loss dehydration. This is when you're purely missing water. This comes from not drinking enough water. If you have an issue in your body where your body's not concentrating your pee enough, mild sweating would be in water loss dehydration.
And then there's salt loss dehydration, where you lose both water and salt. This is what you see with excessive vomiting, diarrhea, and extreme sweating. And this is the situation where something like an electrolyte drink is really beneficial.
What's interesting is that when you have water loss dehydration versus water and salt loss dehydration, you actually are losing water from two different places. We know we have a lot of water in our body, about 60% or so. Some of it is in your cells, some of it's around your cells, some of it is in your blood. And so when you have water loss only dehydration, you actually are losing water from your cells. When you have water and salt loss, you're losing water mainly from around your cells and from also in your blood. Because these two things are different, the way that you address the issue is different. If you have water and salt loss, you got to restore the water and the salt, and that means that you'll get more of the fluid into your blood and into the space around your cells. But you might actually be preventing yourself from getting the water back into your cells, which is what you need if you only have water loss dehydration.
We talked about the two types of dehydration with the water only loss dehydration. Because you're losing water from inside the cells, the way to replenish that is to consume water only. And actually, if you're drinking an electrolyte beverage, you might actually be hindering replenishing the fluid inside your cells.
Anyone did like biochem, there's like transporters that use sodium and drive water and all these different things, osmosis.
Yeah.
And that's why.
Most people, if you're not, a professional level athlete that's like training or competing for hours or even doing, something like a marathon, most people that are just exercising casually or even like playing leisure sports, what you're seeing there is, even if you are sweating, that's mostly just water only loss. So the best thing to do is to just drink water.
And that's what will make you feel better if you are feeling dehydrated. You're probably wondering, okay, well, how do I know if I should be having something with electrolytes or if I'm losing electrolytes? And the rule of thumb is about anything in excess of an hour of moderate to vigorous physical activity. And that's highly dependent on the heat outside and the humidity and all these other factors. For most people who are doing sports for fun or, recreational gym users, recreational exercisers, the sports drink really not necessary.
Not only is it not necessary, it might actually be counterproductive to your goals because, like we said, most of these sports drinks, or all of these sports drinks, do have sugar in them. And some of them have quite a bit of sugar in them. That does provide energy. A lot of people that are exercising are often doing it for the purpose of weight loss. So, taking in that extra energy either during exercise or after exercise might actually be counterproductive to your goals.
And like one of the, the small bottles, I think it's about the 350, 360 mils, there's about 80 calories. But I know like those larger bottles are what most people are having. That's 160 calories. We just had a video on diet culture, and so we don't want to feed into diet culture and be like everything you should do should revolve around calories in, calories out. But if your goal for exercising is weight loss, this would be counterproductive to that goal. But exercise is beneficial no matter what.
80 to 160 calories. It's not that, it's not a lot.
Yeah.
It's just something to be mindful of, especially if there's a good chance that you're not really getting any benefit from it. Of course, if you just enjoy the taste of it or something and just enjoy drinking it, that's cool.
Nuts. Honestly, the blue one and the red one.
Yeah.
And the white one. I like those. The biggest thing here is that hydration is important during exercise. Really the best hydrator for most people, especially since most people aren't actually getting to the recommendations for exercise, in most cases would just be water. You're gonna meet your body's needs better. When we look at the perspective of if weight loss is your goal, Gatorade or Powerade or any of these sports drinks might actually be setting you back. Not only that, most people are meeting their electrolyte needs in terms of sodium. I know that's kind of a nutrient of concern for a lot of Canadians and North Americans, is getting too much sodium. Having a drink that provides that, just because you think it's going to make you more hydrated, actually might be an issue, especially for people who have something like hypertension.
There's also some evidence to show that for some people, drinking these electrolyte beverages can actually cause gastrointestinal distress, things like cramps and just general discomfort. After exercise and you're drinking these products, if you're finding that you're experiencing those types of symptoms, it might be because of the drink. Maybe play around with it, see if cutting it out helps your situation. What's our point?
That's a good question. Our point is, if you're gonna drink a sports drink, drink it because you like it or you are exercising for at least 60 minutes, moderate to vigorous exercise.
If you're under that 60 minutes, even if it's moderate to vigorous intensity, straight plain water is probably your better bet.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss one of our videos, and follow us on our Instagram and our TikTok.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.